Hey guys, this is Dennis, the founder of Think Hero.
And this is Roth, the resident film and television geek.
And we're here to discuss Dollhouse Season 2, Episode 2.
Instinct.
The first scene was actually Ballard, kind of sitting in the mind wipe chair.
Yeah.
And Topher walking in.
I wonder what it's like. Don't play with the toys.
And then Topher coming in and start kind of talking himself up about...
Sure. I don't want to call it genius, but I'm perfectly comfortable if you do.
Yeah. Because he was high off of the fact that he was able to tap into Echo's brain and be able to trigger physical transformation through her brain.
Right, a glandular transformation, which of course my brain goes to. I was expecting that the next time we saw her, she'd have these enormous boobs. And then when she didn't, and she's walking towards what I thought was the bathroom in her nightie, and I was like, I know this is crazy, but I went there for a second. I was like, oh my God, did he make her a chick with that? Nuts! But no, she was lactating. She was like a lactating mom.
Yeah, because she was hired for this guy Nate, who
was very creepy.
Whose wife had died during the birthing process, and now
he's unable to bond with his son, so he wants somebody else who's able to bond with his son as a parent. A nanny's not good enough. He wants that real maternal bond to happen because he cannot do the paternal bonding at that moment. Yeah. Right.
And so, nothing's going to go wrong with that,
Nothing could possibly go wrong with that.
That idea.
That you're going to, do something, have her physically manifest a change in her body, which hasn't been done before. I know who to experiment on that. Echo.
Yes.
The most volatile doll there is. Let's use her as our template.
And so I guess the episode is a bunch of series of almost like Hand That Rocks the Cradle-ish.
Right.
Where she kind of except for in this case.
She believes it's her baby.
Yes.
So it's not really Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I mean, it is, but in her mind it isn't. She's just protecting herself and her son. She's under the impression that her husband's trying to kill her, take away the baby. And frankly, he was very creepy.
He was.
Overall idea, I guess, is that the maternal instinct is stronger than any mind control. And so if you've implanted the maternal instinct, even if it's fake, it will override the wipe.
Yes, because when she gets the wipe done, it doesn't take, and she fights her way out and goes back to
get the baby. Yeah, and then once again, Echo just talks to Ballard and says that she remembers everything.
And he asked her if she do you want to stop this? Do you want to talk to Topher about the problems you're having? But she doesn't. She wants to.
And I thought one interesting line that she said, she was like, it's that I feel it. That I feel. It's not what I know, it's what I feel. Yeah. I remember I have a recognition or an understanding of this emotional response to these situations. And that's part of what feels human to her. And I thought that was kind of an interesting take on the situation. I liked that. I liked actually when November, whose real name is Madeline, came back and talked to Ballard and kind of gave him a different perspective on the dollhouse.
Yeah, about why she decided to do it, because she was grieving over her daughter.
And now she doesn't have that pain.
Yes.
And whereas Echo / Caroline, because it's got to be the echo of Caroline underneath that's coming out and making these choices for her, that she chooses the pain.
Yes.
And they chose a scenario that is the most painful scenario that we can imagine as human beings, which is the loss of a child. That also November went through. That was the thing that made her go to the dollhouse. She said, I just don't want to feel this anymore. I'll do anything not to feel this anymore. And so it sort of demonstrates the person that Caroline / Echo is that she says, no, I choose to feel this. As painful as this is, I choose to feel this because I'd rather be human than nothing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was actually an interesting way to illustrate her character, because to date, we're just supposed to believe that Agent Ballard is obsessed for this woman, or that this is some big savior, or that Caroline's very special, but we don't really know why. Mm-hmm. This told me why. She is this special because she chooses to stand up and be a person above anything else, and that's a really brave choice, and that's kind of the choice that we're often given in much subtler ways, obviously.
Yes.
But in our daily lives, are you going to stand up and be real and be a human being, or are you going to hide from that somehow? And we're confronted with that over and over and over again in our lives. So I actually did like that.
And also when Madeline/November leaves, Topher starts talking about his special apps, like his upgrades.
His apps and upgrades. The person is an iPhone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was kind of funny as well.
Yeah, I like Topher's character, actually. I think he's a good time. I miss Dr. Saunders/Whiskey. I guess Amy Acker went to a different show. Boo! She was my favorite storyline.
Well, they're going to eventually have to bring her back because she ties into, if you've seen Epitaph 1, she ties into the end where she is there waiting for who shows up, for the other characters to show up.
She decides to wait. But right now, she's off the show, and that bums me out.
Yeah. We didn't see much of Boyd either in this episode.
No, we didn't really. He wasn't really in it. It seems like now that
Ballard
is her handler, where does he really fit in at this point?
And then we have the storyline, which I didn't really care much for, was the senator that is investigating the Rossum Corporation.
Right, who is Wesley, you guys will remember, from Buffy and Angel. Also married to Allison Hannigan, anyway.
And how his investigation kind of went south when Mr. Dominic
got sent to the attic.
Yeah, and so he wasn't receiving any more information anymore.
But somebody, we don't know who, has sent him this new intel on the Dollhouse.
Yeah, which I'm guessing could be Ballard, could be, I don't know, Alpha. Could be Alpha.
It could be Alpha. It could be Boyd. He's always been a little suspect.
Yeah, that is true.
He's always been kind of like, what team are you on here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't care much for it. It seemed a little forced to me, like,
Well, to me, it seemed like, okay, Ballard has stepped out of the role of being the outside person investigating the Dollhouse. So now this guy has stepped into that missing Boyd in the storyline. Yeah. I'm actually okay with it, I think. I like Wesley.
Overall, I didn't like this episode as much as the premiere. It definitely had an interesting concept, and I liked what they were trying to do with it. And I guess with the mechanism that they used was appropriate. I think the problem was they kind of, like at the very end, when Echo gets the baby, of course the lightning and the thunder come, and they did these shots where they made it like it was like a horror / thriller / Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yeah.
They gave that impression when it should have, I think, been more subtle and more to real to life, I guess.
I didn't like this episode as much as I liked the premiere either, but I did like that illustration that where it took us in terms of demonstrating who Caroline / Echo is versus who these other people are. No, November she took the coward's way out and decided not to feel her own life. And Echo took a really courageous way, which was, I'm not only going to feel my own life, I'm going to feel the lives of 36 other people also, and I'm going to choose to be a person. In whatever way I can be a person, that's what I choose. And I liked that.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let us know what you thought of the episode or our own comments. You can comment on our website below.
Or on YouTube, and make sure to subscribe to the Think Hero YouTube account.
Or you can follow us on Twitter. Mine is @ThinkHero.
@JRossC.
See ya.